I am pretty much happy with any Ninja Turtles toy, but Best Action by Loyal Subject is an action figure line of Ninja Turtles that I am particularly happy with. I have three of their figures so far. This one is going to be my fourth, and this is the Donatello Street Style. And on the back, you can see that this figure actually comes in different variants. There's the normal one with the brown jacket, the 1 in 4 chance with the purple jacket, which is the one that I was able to find. Then we have the white and purple jacket with the 3D glasses. Then a prototype one, limited to 100. So I've never seen those, and I probably won't see those in stores because these have been out for a while. But I am very happy with this one. I would say of the ones on the back, this kind of 1 in 4 chance one with the purple jacket is probably my favorite. However, if you did see on the back, each of them do come with different accessories. So this one comes with a slice of pizza. So even if you find one, there's still value in looking for the others because they've got cool different designs and cool accessories. So here's the backdrop that comes in it. It's almost like a Where's Waldo muted design where you can just have all these different interlocking characters. We see April, we see foot soldiers, we see all the turtles. That's a really cool piece of art. And then we have the figure itself, and it looks like, I don't know why it catches me by surprise every time. I know they come with them, but it comes with a cool little trading card, and this one actually looks like it comes in the version of the character, so they must have the different designs of these. This is the purple jacket one, and it's nice and shiny, so I'm actually really excited about that. And then the casing itself, they don't use ties on these figures. They have like a clamshell type opening on it that keeps it all in place. So I don't have to do the work of cutting them out, and I could just slide everything out, and it takes 2 seconds. So that is packaging at its finest. And the figure came well protected. The plastic they use probably allows for that level of protection. Let's take a closer look at the actual figure itself. Just a good solid plastic, a little bit softer of the jacket. And yeah, Donatello's going to have to look at his own Donatello self. Check out that jacket, see if he wants his own. We've got his high tops, we've got his bands. He's ready for the street, yet still doesn't put on pants. That might land him in some hot water. And let's see. Yeah, this jacket is pretty nice. It's a little bit softer, so it's like a windbreaker, but it looks really cool, and it kind of has that puffy look to it because it's not actually form fitting on its body. It kind of slides over it, almost like a Marty McFly jacket, or as the turtles call him, Marty McBaxter Stockman. But that's a completely different story. So the arm joints are a little bit interesting. It's the same overall design as the normal turtles, but they have the bands around their elbow, so it doesn't look as odd. Like it almost seems like it's coming apart. But I have no issues with that. Then the knees do the same thing, but they don't look as interesting because they have the pad on there. So the ankles are different than the normal figure. They just go side to side. There is no ankle articulation on them. They just kind of spin back and forth, which is different than the normal turtle, like the common turtle that I have right here, where you can see the ankle goes forward and back as well as kind of looping around, can go side to side. But he's wearing high tops, so he did sacrifice articulation for fashion in this point, and I could support it. I think it was the right move. Now we could arm him with his bow staff that he comes with the nice purple wrapping on it, and his hands that he come with are not the ones that are used for holding. So let's grab some of his bonus hands. We've got the nice punching fist, and then we have the hand used to hold. So let's swap this one out. Let's take a look at the connection. So it's a little peg, pretty standard. It's got the joint on there, and we can just pop it right in, which then allows us to slide in the weapon of choice, which is going to be the bow staff or our Donatello. It's a little bit tight of a hand grip, so I'm just going to put him down so I don't break anything or knock anything over. So it just slides right in. I like to spin it a little bit so it doesn't do any sort of paint transfer onto his hand. It's kind of my history with Ninja Turtles and when they put some paint on the handle on the tape. Now I've got some nice purple sunglasses. Looks like they have little notches on them, probably to hold them in place. So let's slide those on and see how they fit. Usually with something like the glasses, I don't typically display them with it in case they fall over. I don't want to lose it. This one actually looks like it stays on pretty well. They kind of slide in place. I can move them around and they don't fall off. So actually, I'm probably going to end up displaying him with those. That looks pretty nice. Actually, it
Yeah,
does look like
some
they have
fine
little
looking
pegs on the
glasses.
bottom and little holes on the top of his head. So actually, I think the way I put it on, which fit pretty nice, is actually not the way it was designed. So let's take a look to see if we can actually put it on the right way. You can see that those little holes in the back, then these little notches, really tiny at the bottom of the glasses. I'd be very hesitant to put any sort of pressure on those. They do seem like they are pretty flimsy and they might break. So it might be like a one time you get them in and you don't take them off. So it doesn't, I got them in, but they slide right out. So they're not too strong of a connection. Actually, I genuinely feel the first way I put them on where they just kind of use a little bit of friction with the headband to stay in place. They actually stayed on really nicely. Otherwise, they're going to sit on top of his head and they look like they could pretty easily fall off. So I think I'm going to trump the design and just go with the way that kind of fits the way it just seems naturally wanting to go. You can see the pressure on the side just kind of holds him in place perfectly, and in my opinion, it looks great. So that is my override for that one. And now he comes with a nice slice of pizza. Everyone gets hungry after fighting the Foot Clan, and there we go. He holds it pretty nicely in his open hand. I was not expecting it to fit that well. That is a perfect design. And then here's his second head. So I'm trying to decide which head I like best to display. There's the open mouth view and then the closed mouth. On my original Donnie, I do display him with the closed mouth. So I think in this case, I'm probably going to swap him out. So at least I have the two different versions of the head. The original Donnie also came with the open mouth view, but for that one, I did like the closed mouth. On the cartoon figure with the cartoon coloring, it almost looks too like comical. Like I don't know, Donnie was never like the goofy character. I would almost expect that would be a Michelangelo type head. So that's why I went with the more serious one. But on this one, he's out in the streets, he's wearing his glasses, he's got his jacket on. He's just happy. So I think in this case, the open mouth works. Plus, he's got the sunglasses, which cover up the eyes, which I think adds a little bit of a different feel to him, less of a cartoonish look. And then yeah, he's ready, mouth open for a slice of pizza. So that is the look right there. And then he'll be joined by my rest of my loyal subjects, best action figures from Ninja Turtles. We've got our Bebop and Rocksteady arcade damage coloring figures, all amazing. Love these figures. Can't wait for more. Thanks for watching.